like, one of the things I was trying to figure out too, exactly what you just said, is how is the Anunnaki going to be one people within the Anunnaki when they came here originally for their need of whatever, to mine the shit out of the earth for all of the gold and all of the hundreds of thousands of those trails in Africa that look like circles and no two of them are the same and they follow specific... No one knows what that's about. But some white dude comes along, excavating, puts together a theory and figures out, oh shit, this was for mining gold. And so I put that together with what the little that I know about the version of the Anunnaki from Nibiru. And supposedly the lore goes that their planet was beginning to undergo exactly what our planet is undergoing, just on a more massive scale. So they had tsunamis, they had because they did too much, and then it got out of control. They tried to control too much that they couldn't. But the difference between us and them was that they had the technology to just float in space while all this was happening. So shit's getting destroyed, and they're up there in these big ass ships, just kind of chilling. They don't use fossil fuels like us, didn't really faze them. And then the next piece of information that I don't know whether this is true or not, but that I got exposed to was they came to Earth, and the king, what is his name? Enki.
That boy know about Enki. Go ahead, though. Look, bruh, you been okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Enki, he came and then he left his wife impregnated in Africa with who we call Thoth, what his real name back then was Ningishida or Ning. Here, let me screen share this. Let me screen share this. Get my facts right. Okay. Ningishida. Okay, here we go. And this woman has a PhD from UCLA, and she's writing about... This is crazy to me. I thought by the time you have a PhD, you're supposed to not give a fuck about this kind of stuff.
No, bruh. Really, this is really the basis of everything. Remember, the whole point of us being here is to kind of find out who we are. That's what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? On every level. So the more knowledge you have of who you are, the more power you have, really.
So here we have a woman who says, humanity owes its existence and survival to Ningishida, the great architect, geneticist, and musician. I'm like, okay, that's some shit. You better follow up with some, this better be real. Don't waste my time. Genetically, Nibiran. And then I go, Nibiran. And I had actually been listening to this song on SoundCloud called Nibiru. And in my head, the first time I was thinking it, I was like, what is Nibiru? What is that? Why did they call this song Nibiru? That sounds so strange. And then I read this. I get turned on to Nibiru.
So you didn't even know. You were just listening to a song called Nibiru.
Nibiru, yeah. I had no idea what actually was...
That's crazy.
That sussed me out, too, because then I was like, who made this song? Who titled it Nibiru?
Right.
And then how did that, at this specific point, lead me to this? That's not a coincidence. That's crazy. That's what that is.
Right.
But then we have Enki seduced Eresh Gikal as he took her to run the climate station in South Africa. He left her there pregnant with Ningishida, who we know as Thoth, the builder of the pyramids, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know about all of that and him making up the
Hold
X
on.
and Y.
Negishi, wait. Stop scrolling. Negishi, aka Thoth, Hermes, Dionysus, Kilkan, Quetzalcoatl, Feather-Winged Serpent, and Quetzalcoatl joined Inky and Nima to create Nibiru Erectus hybrid Earthlings. Okay. Aduma and Adapa. Okay. See, a lot of that sounds accurate, but some of that
Doesn't. Because another thing that too was, I always thought the whole reason that we have so much convolution with regard to our DNA was because when these dudes came here, they just fucked all the women on Earth. Because they were more spiritually powerful as them, and then I thought they genetically, over time, had modified women to be physically inferior because they were afraid of the power that the woman, because remember how before we had the godmother, we had Mother Nature, everything was matriarchal, then all of a sudden we get the beginnings of the Bible, and we flip from a matriarchal to a patriarchal society, and that was the beginning of civilization, was that male dominance, that male left brain evolution. I thought that's where that all came from.
That's a whole bunch of shit. Bro, like I'm still stuck back here on Ningishida, you know what I'm saying? But damn, bro, like where do you want to start at? where do you
Okay, so
like I said, this topic
with,
is so fucking big, bro. You have to chip away at it. You know what I'm saying?
What I want to start with is I want to start by being able to at least like have an understanding of whether Enki and Thoth, Ningishida, whatever, and their people were the same people in Egypt. Were those the same people that the Mayans and the Incans? Because they all talk about sun gods. And they all talk about flying machines, those flying whirlwind machines or whatever. And then they all talk about the cosmic boats or the cosmic ships. So I'm like, all around the world, we got them all talking about the same people. But are they the same people?
I don't know. I can honestly, dude, you are about with that where I'm at with it, because I haven't figured out. Okay, so you look at the pyramids in South America, right? Mm-hmm. And you look at the pyramids in Africa. Mm-hmm. They're similar, but they're different. Which ones came first? We're kind of told, or we were kind of led to believe that the pyramids in Africa were first. They seem like they should be because they don't look they look a little primitive.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? They're
almost like raw or unfinished. Like it looked a little bit like it was like a prototype or something.
Right. Now hold on. Here's the thing. If you look at Africa as a whole, right, and you go from west to east, right? Hold on. What happened? What's going on? Can you see my screen?
Right there.
Oh, that's your screen.
Let me turn off my screen. Okay.
All right. So, pull this shit up, man. Google Maps is your friend, you know.
Getting to the source.
Bam! All right.
Okay.
So, if you look at Africa, right? If you look at the west side of Africa, watch this. This is crazy. Now, we could all tell that this was all kind of like at some point together, right?
Yep.
But remember, we've had floods and all kind of shit, so who knows what this used to look like. Yeah. Remember, Atlantis is somewhere over here. Mm-hmm. Right? And here. Somewhere. Right? Do you know about the Olmecs? Have you heard
No.
of? Really? We'll get to that. Hold on. Let me just click another screen. Type in Olmecs. We'll get to that a little later. Bam.
Olmecs.
Olmec. We'll get to that in a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Mesoamerican. So they're another, like, as old as the Incans.
They were before the Incans.
Okay.
The Incans derived from them. They were.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. So Atlantis is here. The Olmecs were around here.
Yeah.
All right. The pyramids in South America are around here.
Yeah.
On the west coast of Africa, there's a tribe called the. Why can't I think of what their name is called? The Dogon. Okay, this is all mental notes. Now, from the west coast of Africa, going towards the east to Egypt, you will find all these pyramids that are like half done, all fucked up, leaning to the side, incomplete, and then you get to Egypt to where you get the 3 pyramids of Giza, to where they look like they're perfect. They finally got it down. So it looks like they were practicing, not quite getting it right. Finally got it right. We're in Egypt. Everything's cool. The reason why I'm showing you this is because it's showing the progression of them trying to get a perfected pyramid, and they finally got them out here in Egypt.
Everyone says about the Anunnaki, everyone keeps saying the Anunnaki came here, they already had the technology, they all came here. But then when I'm reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and the Kabbalion and the shit that's going on over there, Thoth is saying, no, we were here from Atlantis.
Right.
These Anunnaki people had always been trying to control us. And we came up with that technology on Earth.
Right. Hold on. I'm going to get to that. So, I showed you the progression from the west coast of Africa to the east coast, right?
Yeah.
Now, remember, Atlantis is somewhere in here.
In the middle, yeah.
Right? Remember, the Olmecs, they were... See, I'm not sure if the Olmecs came from Lemuria, because Lemuria is over here. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Over here.
Yep.
They could have came from over here, too. Not quite sure. I think so, though. But nonetheless. So remember, there's pyramids here too, but they're different. It's like they already got it down, and we're gonna add some more shit to it. But the pyramids in South America, they don't have the peak of the capstones. So the technology, they didn't. Whatever the capstones is in the Egypt pyramids means something.
Oh yeah.
The Brazilian pyramids, they don't have that. It's something totally different. We'll get into that later. But anyways, from what I've gathered, like I said, I can just tell you from what I gathered.
Yeah.
That Atlantis was already here, set up shop on some other shit. Okay? Now, this is where you kind of get some of the biblical stories to come into play as well. Now, whatever was going on, remember, I told you there's species of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Hell of them. So, whatever was going on, something happened. They started funking. They was beefing. They was like, oh, man, fuck all this shit. Fuck all this shit. We finna tear up all this shit, right?
Yeah.
Tore this shit up. And the way, remember, technology was different then. It was advanced, but different. You know what I mean? So, we finna flood all this shit, man. Fuck all this shit. Nigga, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. We shutting it down. Shut down shop. Shut down shop.
Out below sea level.
Right. So from what I gathered, the surviving entities from Atlantis are responsible for the pyramids of Egypt, and who knows who the fuck survived and did this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already been so them coming to Egypt was them. No, hold on. Okay. So I'm sorry. There's way too many facts. Remember what I told you about the Dogon over here, right?
Yep.
The Dogon say, according to the Dogon, I'm gonna pull up the Dogon on you because I don't know if you know about them. Hold on. Watch this, and this is gonna go back to David Icke. I'm gonna show you where David Icke get his game from. He get his game from hold on, let me find my old school partner. Hold on. What is his name? Oh man, Dogon Tribe. Let me find his name, man. What is his name? Oh, what is his name? Oh man, I can't think of his name. Hold on, I'm put Dogon Tribe Priest. Spiritual master. Come on, just give me a second. Give me a second. Dogon Tribe. What? Oh man. Why did I show his name? What's his name? Oh man. I'm sorry, I have to find his name, bro. Dogon Tribe Priest. Damn, man. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep going. Fuck all that. So there was this Dogon Tribe priest, right? Well, the way that the Dogons are set up is they keep their secrets from priest to priest. So every generation has a priest, right? And they teach their knowledge through song and dance.
Like the griot.
Hold on, bro. Wait. You know about the griots?
Yeah.
How do you know about all this?
No, it's just my calling, I guess.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay, well, I see that. We working this up.
But like I told you, I'm half white, Korean, and African American, and my African American is Nigerian and Egyptian.
Okay.
So it's in me. I just got to rediscover it.
Okay. Thank you, bro. So I'm glad you told me that or reminded me of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and see. Sometimes you got to learning and teaching is one of the same. Sometimes you have to learn how to teach, and sometimes you have to teach how to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. Yep.
Yeah. So sometimes, and this is not like, you know what I'm saying, to discredit where you are in your information, but you have to learn how to talk to people or talk with people, I should say, so where the communication is understood.
Yeah.
So since I'm learning more about what you know, I can properly adjust.
But you can say that I'll be able to.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad. Okay. That's great. All right. Okay. Dogon. Okay. I'll remember his name in a minute. So, anyways, the Dogon are over here, right? And they say that their ancestors come from the waters. They're called the Nomo. Their ancestors come from the waters. And they say that their ancestors came up from the waters and told them the ancient secrets of where they come from. They say they come from Sirius B, the Sirius star system, the exact same place that the Egyptians say that they come from. But this is on the west coast of Africa, not the east. So as you can see you can't see on this map, but there's this pyramid building or trying to get it right, and then they get it right here. So if the Dogons are here and they're like, man, our people came from the waters where the Atlantis was, it makes sense. It makes sense that there was already a civilization that was established. It got wiped out, and the people who survived, Thoth is one. Thoth survived Atlantis, and Thoth showed up again in Egypt. Thoth has been around since the beginning of this shit. There's even rumors, or there's some literature that said that Thoth was at Lemuria too. Lemuria predated Atlantis. So whoever Thoth is, he been fucking around for a minute.
Hella old.
And
have you heard of the Nacals?
The Nacals?
Yeah, the Nacals. Naacals.
I've seen that recently. As a matter of fact, I don't know what that is though. I seen that. I seen it before, and somebody emailed me some shit the other day recently. So, but I don't know what that is.
There's a story behind the people by the name of the Nacals that is scary, similar to exactly what we're talking about right now. And the lore of the Nacals goes that the Nacals are the original descendants of pure conscious human beings that are like our highest potential or our highest capability intellectually, spiritually, emotionally is derived from the Nacals. Oh, Credo Mutua.
That's the dude from the Dogon, right? David Icke went to go holler at Credo Mutua, right? David Icke went to go holler at Credo Mutua, and Credo Mutua told him all about Sirius B and what the ancestors has told, right? David Icke took advantage of Credo Mutua and took that information and started exploiting it like it was his shit. This is the real dude, Credo Mutua. He's the real dude. You feel me? You know what I mean? And
dude, not giving the shout outs.
Right. He's the Ghost Rider. It's Quentin Miller, bruh. He's Quentin Miller. He's Quentin Miller right now. You know what I'm saying? If David Icke was Drake, Credo Mutua's Quentin Miller. Feel me?
Hey.
So I'm just saying. So
keeping it real.
Yeah. So, but here's another interesting fact. What is a whale? What is a dolphin? A whale and a dolphin are mammals. How are you a fucking fish, or not a fish? I'm sorry, but you're in the water. You're hella intelligent, but you're a mammal. You have birth like humans. See, this kind of goes back to that evolutionary thing. Bruh, there's something in the water that's deeper than what we think. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Dolphins, they're kind of like humans, bruh, but they're not. Feel me? They use telepathic abilities. They're smart like humans. They're smarter than humans, but they're not fish. See what I'm saying? They're not fish. And as I'm saying this, it's making me really click on something in the Bible that I always debunked. I'm like, how can that shit about dude being in the whale's mouth for hella days be real? Maybe it was an allegory. It was being said allegorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Bible can be decoded, bro. It's not what you think. It's all symbolism. You know what I'm saying? It's all symbolism. But yeah, we getting all over the place. But going back to Atlantis, I think that those was over here in Atlantis. They came up over here talking to Credo Mutua and them. Well, it wasn't Credo Mutua at the time, but the Dogons, they took
the time.
Yeah. They took some of the knowledge because they have it all written down. They have a star map, bruh. They have a star map of Sirius B and the central sun. Remember I was telling you that there's another sun? They had this, and they've passed it along through generations. When the white people from colonial Europe came and was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? They're like, oh, we come from Sirius B. I was like, what you mean Sirius B? It took hundreds of years for them to document that information, come over to the United States and like, yeah, these Africans over here was talking about Sirius B. Once they had telescopes, they realized that Sirius B was real. So now it's like, how they know, these primitive Africans drawn in the dirt, how do they know about, yeah.
And we don't know.
Right. But kind of backtracking on that, I think that they had the secret knowledge, got to Egypt, built the shit that they needed to build, hooked up with the people from the south that migrated here. At this point, I think the people that we call the Anunnaki came back because they were summoned. Whatever with the technology that was going on, they were summoned. So they came back, and then I don't know if they helped or whatever, but people always be like, well, how are the pyramids built? I can tell you right now how the pyramids were built. Right now. Right now. They use sound. When you have sound, you can manipulate matter.
Cove. Coral Cove.
You know about Coral Cove?
Word lead spinning.
My G.
That's right. That's
My
right.
G. My G.
Edward
Exactly.
Leadson. He is a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
His code that he left in Coral Cove is what got me so far in all of this research. Was that code, man?
So, hey, bro, so how long you been fucking around with this shit, man? Huh?
Like I told you, look, like my life is literally like a physical representation of how information increases speed to like, you know how 80 years ago we couldn't talk to someone on the other side of the world, and now we doing it in seconds.
Right.
3 weeks ago, I had no idea who even Thoth was.
Really?
The information. That's why I've been like. That's why I need your help, because it's just been coming to me. Like, I've been getting these information downloads on the daily, and I'm just making these huge, like, it's just pouring in so fast. And it's so much, like, it's a lot to wrap my head around. It really is.
First of all, okay, listen. I was there, bro. You gotta see, you know, and this is kind of like why I do it, because when I was there, I didn't have no study partner. There was nobody there to kind of help. Not saying that I needed it, but it don't hurt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have someone who's already been there who can tell you.
Put it like this. My study partner gave me those 2 books I showed you. After that, I didn't have no study partner. So from that to what we're talking about now is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to him now, and I don't even think we're not even on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that I'm more advanced than him, but it's just weird how things work. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
too, like someone that, like, I'll find someone and 2 of their readings will be gold, and all of everything they say, I'll be like right there with it, and then you read the 3rd one, and then it starts going deeper, and then you realize, wait, they're not coming from the same. We might have crossed the same intersection, but our GPS route is not the same.
Right, man. So, damn. Okay, I don't even know where I was at anymore, bro.
You're trying to say, yeah, I feel it, 100%.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, bro. Gotta bring it back real quick. Alright. So, that's just my theory on Egypt, Africa, and those pyramids. Alright? Now, the Olmecs, I don't know where they were around here. There were some, I can't remember where they were somewhere, man. I think it was like right around here. But they're believed to be, they predate the Mayans, they predate the Incas by far. They were like the first. And if you take a look, I'm finna show you some shit.
I went on Google and I looked up Olmecs map. And it says that their main, the majority of where they're thought to have been was on that tip of Central America, the bottom of Mexico and Central America.
Right about here.
Yep. Right in between Guatemala and Mexico City. Yeah. Exactly. That's the picture I looked at. It was right there.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Now, watch this though. This is crazy. They're kind of believed to be the descendants of Lemuria. Now, what's funny about all that is, you know about the Ring of Fire, right?
The Ring of Fire?
Yeah. You see this? You see where my cursor is going?
Yep.
all around here in the waters are hella volcanoes under the
Oh,
water.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. So that lets you know, man, that before the water wasn't always at this level. You see what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
volcanoes are still going off.
Yep.
So it's highly possible that Lemuria did exist. Because look, here's probably the tip of Lemuria, Hawaii. Remember, like in the trees video I had, remember I was like, people were really probably in the ground in the caves. It's highly possible. It's highly fucking possible, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That the trees that probably were there, tree mountains or whatever you want to call it, have been covered up, and the people probably were in the earth. And this tip of Hawaii could be the tip.
Deluge, all the stuff.
Yeah,
the sea stuff came up, but they're still down there. That makes sense,
right? And have you heard about the pyramids off the coast of Japan?
Crazy.
You know about that, right?
Yeah, the underwater pyramids. Right. That's amazing.
Again, more proof that civilization was here for sure. Way before all this shit. Fuck all this. You know what I'm saying? Civilization was here. There's land masses there. There's pyramids there.
And it's ultimately where we came from.
Right. I'm okay. You keeping me on track right now. Okay, so you said that you are Chinese,
Korean.
Okay. All right. Now, Korea, Japan, same shit. All right, not same shit, but it's right there, bro. Put like this, bro. So all these
might as well be the same shit because Japan to us what white people did to black people.
That's my point. I wasn't trying to say that. Right? But what I'm trying to hold on. Okay, so all right, so
peace out.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, general area, right? So okay, but what people don't really realize is, or maybe you might realize this at this point, that we're more the same than we are different. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the indigenous cultures, all of them, right? They're the original people there.
My God, that goes. When I was in Korea this summer, I visited a Korean museum that was on Indigenous People of Korea.
Right.
And they had these huge rock formations that even today we can't do. We can't lift up. And it was like their burial ritual. And they were talking about, and they were black.
Right. These are Chinese people. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what you will find, there's this guy named Ronoko Rashidi. I might be butchering his name, right? He's this black dude, and what he does is he goes around the world to all of these countries, and he digs up records of the first people of all these countries, and they're all black. He gets kicked out of countries. He gets ran out. He gets his life threatened because he starts uncovering shit that they don't want exposed like that.
Real?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm about to look him up right now. Brunoko Rashidi. I got his name too. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he's done this in China, Japan. He's done this everywhere. Korea. He's done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hold on. Let me show you something else too. Even in the Philippines, there's people called the Negritos. The Negritos are niggas.
Hello.
In the Philippines, right? But the Philippines do it like this though. They put them on the outskirts of town because they don't want them seen. These are Filipinos, bro. These are Filipinos. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find not this video. This isn't the video that I want to watch. But
that we all came from the same source. Different. That's crazy.
Right. But even Mexico too. If you look at the original Mexican, they're
Most
black.
definitely, yes, they are black.
Yeah. So.
And the indigenous people in the Caribbean, everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then in Australia, the what were they called in Australia?
The pygmies or the hold on. Damn. I'm trying to think. The pygmies are in Australia, but that's not the word I'm looking for. The Aborigines.
Yes, Aborigines. And then you have in New Zealand, there's the indigenous people of New Zealand.
Right.
Yeah, all over the place.
Right. So.
Okay. See, that's crazy how I'd always known, but I never put the dots together till you said that. Right. Oh, wait. That's so true. Now that I think about it.
Right. But take a look. Hold on, dude. I'll click on Olmecs. Take a look at the features. These stones that they find in Mesoamerica, these are like 8 tons. This. I mean, bruh, look at this stone, bruh. Right? These are 8 tons that they've uncovered out of the mud. So that means that they've been there for a long time. And look at the features: big nose, big lips. Right?
Yep.
This is niggas.
Defined jaw, everything too. Yep.
Hold on. This is a sidebar. Who does this look like? Who does it look like? All right? You don't know? Okay, watch this.
Oh shit!
Let me show you something. All comic books, bruh. Marvel, DC, it's all based off of shit. It's all based off our shit, bruh. It's all based off our shit. It's all based off our shit. There's hella symbolism. Watch this. If you look at most superheroes, they either have an emblem on their chest or something by their or something by their eye, by their third eye. Yeah. It's not by accident, bruh. It's because the people who make these comic books, they know. They're just putting it in story form, and they're actually telling you a history of our shit.
So you mean Stan Lee is really trying to secretly, for the people who are aware of it, he's trying to give us some.
Well, yeah. What's the name of not the Emerald Tablets, but the Dead Sea Scrolls. I think right after the Dead Sea Scrolls were uncovered and it was talking about all this superhuman shit and the Sumerian tablets and all that shit, that's when Marvel came out shortly after. And that's when DC came out shortly after. Because really all those stories of superhumans are just ancient old stories. That's why if you go into the deep stories of a lot of superheroes, it all goes back to old ancient shit that really happened. Yeah. Because that's really what it is, bro. But my bad. I completely got off topic with that. I don't know where the hell I was going. But yeah, so it's highly possible that the people that were in Lemuria survived and were the Olmecs. And that's how they had the information and knowledge to build the pyramids there as well. It's highly possible.
Damn.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of holes though, so I haven't completed that theory. I mean that subject is so vast, bruh.
Super vast. Because when I read about the Anunnaki, the majority of the information on the internet says that it's this ancient civilization and they had come and when humans were still basically when we were still children and we were not man yet, that they came and gave us the tools. But then at the same time, the same people who say that say the Anunnaki are these horrible, low vibrational, feeding off of fear type.
That's that David Icke shit.
Yeah. Like, but why the hell would someone who wants to enslave us give us language? Because that's power right there. Why would they give us, and like, look at the internet. Look at the internet. I know for a fact that the internet is not what it seems. And I wrote myself a note to actually ask you this, because the other day I was reading about Nikola Tesla and the ether, okay? And then my internet stopped working, so I had to use an Ethernet cable. And I said, wait, Ethernet. Why is... Okay, so the ether is supposed to be the source of the all, and what gives us internet is called the Ethernet.
Wow.
And then I'm like, and supposedly the way our internet works is it has millions of cables that go deep into the sea. So what if the world leaders, because originally the internet was developed as a military technology originally, what if it's not just going across, it's going into, these cables are actually coming from, what if they using something that they don't have, because like the internet, I feel like it's too positive that a system like this would not allow something like the internet that's allowing this kind of connection. This is not what they want. And all these videos on YouTube, like the internet is so huge now, there's no way that they could ever censor it or stop it. So like I feel like there's a good force that had an influence on the internet, because how did something that start as a military technology become something so useful to everyone? Like, this shit is all connected. It's all everywhere. All the information is everywhere.
It's some shit. I don't know if I should say it, bro. I don't know if I should say it, because we're on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Remember, my Skype didn't work earlier. No, I'm just playing. But no, seriously though. But dang. Okay, I'll say this. I believe that even though man technically is responsible for building the infrastructure for the internet, I truly believe that the internet is a gift from some other type of beings. That they kind of
if you look at the internet, the way we're able to transfer so much data, and how we doing it, it's all through the frequencies of light going up into the high frequency waves. So it all goes back to frequency, energy, and vibration, which is the source of the ether.
To me, the internet represents this. This is a very symbolic ass photo that's been around for a hella long. This represents that boost in evolution that whoever's responsible for us running around here on this mud ball comes around every so often and gives us a boost. Whether this was the knowledge to build the pyramids, same thing. This is supposed to be God touching man. All right. I think the internet is the exact same thing. And I said in one of my videos on, I think, what is the internet? I said that it's almost a way of disclosure without being so blatant. Let them figure it out. Give them the tools to figure it out, because you can't just say, hey, look, there's hella aliens flying around here. You really can't see them, but they right here, and they're controlling y'all, and you know what I'm saying? And they really trying to help motherfuckers out, but y'all hella immature about hella shit, and y'all damn near finna kill yourselves, but we ain't gonna let y'all do that, but we want y'all to grow. You can't tell a motherfucker that, because motherfuckers gonna stop going to work. They gonna stop going to school. You know what I'm saying? Some people heads gonna explode. Some people gonna go crazy and shit like that. So I think the internet is a way to let people mentally grow and accept things. The people who are ready to understand will know.
See,
And the babies who are coming up. So a child that's born right now today, they're going to be born with an iPad in their crib. Yep, swipe, boom, yep, because they're automatically going to be advanced like that. So their knowledge base is going to be where ours is right now, out the gates. You know what I'm saying? So over time, the people who can't grasp this type of shit, they'll just die away, and then eventually you'll have a culture full of people who know shit.